Good afternoon, my online friends. Today is my topic inventions, and the 5th graders will help me. Learning objectives of the lesson to introduce the topic of inventions and expand vocabulary, to learn about the history of moving pictures, and to develop learners' own research and reading, writing, speaking and listening skills. All learners will be able to discuss the questions in pairs and groups. Most learners will be able to understand and explain their thoughts, create and present their inventions with support. And only some learners will be able to create and present their own inventions without support. Now let's work in pairs and try to work out or guess the dates of the different items using the numbers of years given on the right. When did they invent these things? Talk to your friends and tell the class your ideas. For example, we think they invented the computer maybe 80 years ago. Compare ideas as a whole class, but it isn't important that learners know all the answers at this stage, as they will hear them in the recording in the next exercise. Please listen to Professor Know-it-all, write the year and match the place for the inventions, then check your answers.
Page 40. 2. Listen to Professor Know-it-all. Write the year and match the place for the inventions. Then check your answers for exercise 1.
Welcome. Today, Professor Know-it-all is telling us about inventions. Professor, let's start with the computer.
Well, they invented the first electronic computer in 1946 in the United States. That was a very big computer, as big as a house.
And did the internet come from the United States?
Oh, no. An Englishman working in Switzerland invented that in 1990.
What about the television and the telephone?
Oh, they're very old. They both come from the United States. They invented the first television in 1923, but the telephone is much older. Alexander Bell invented that in 1871.
And the mobile phone?
Oh, that's much younger. They invented that in 1975 in the United States.
Professor, tell me about the cassette, the MP3 player and the DVD player.
Well, the cassette came from Holland in 1963. DVD players came from Japan in 1995. MP3 players came from Korea. They first appeared in 1998.
Professor, thank you very much. That's all we have time for today. Goodbye.
Okay, let's check our answers. Please read one by one. The Internet was invented in 1990 in Switzerland. The cassette was invented in 1963 in Holland. The computer was invented in 1946 in the USA. The television was invented in 1923, also in the USA. The mobile phone was invented in 1975 in the USA. Learners can compare their answers with the previous task, and let's elicit the modem. Which item is a modern one? That's right, it is MP3 player and the DVD player. And which item is the oldest? Yes, you are right, it is the telephone. Do you know any other inventions? Let's watch the video 30 Inventions of All Time. Now let's discuss in groups. Do you like the inventions and why? Now next video is about cool, strange and unusual inventions. Now let's discuss in groups, are those inventions useful or not and why? Let's continue our group work and we are going to read about moving pictures. What is it? And learners are given texts which they read and discuss in groups. Now you can see the passage of the text. Groups then, after reading, ask and answer the questions according to the text to each other. Group which answers properly will get a point. At the end, we elicit the winner. Next task is a project work. My own inventions. Learners create their own inventions. Let's think about criteria. Learners can help to create criteria for their next task. The first is colorfulness, the second accuracy, then contribution of each student in group. It's very important to keep time management and speak only English. Pupils, each pupil has evaluation card. Is the invention clever? Is the invention useful? Are the explanations clear? Is the invention funny, and would you like to have it? Let's watch the video how children present their projects.
Classes, they are very important to this gadget because, for example, if you and your friends have some secret information, you wear these glasses and these things to your ears. And for example, Amira wanted to say me some information that terroristic group wanted to come to this country, and she thought about this with her mind, and I can read her mind with these glasses. And
Fantastic.
And when we wear these glasses, we can see virtual buttons and screens. And for example, we need to find some information about flowers or about other things, and we can walk in the park, for example, and we can use internet in the all everywhere.
See how this goes. Because I want to see how it will be.
Look like.
I want my eyes here.
Like the introduction of computer Orange. Company Orange. Reminds the table to very important steps in computer. Please look at the video. Orange is like this picture, and now we invented brand new thing is teleprompter. It is computer and telephone two in one system. And for first 10 people, we give a keyboard free. Yes, this keyboard is translucent, and the teleprompter has three colors: green, blue, and pink. We have this is a keyboard. This is a brand new thing. We have and in this project we work I, Dinas, Camila, Julia, and Alwa. Please go to our shop and buy teleprompter, phones, or computers. Who wants to invent a magic carpet? Why pencil map which will show the destination.
Of course, as well as very where it use us is MP3 player is a phone store joy our music.
And on our carpet like small house when you want to go in some countries, you can use this carpet because if you sometimes use cars, will be smoke and our air will be dirty. And in this carpet we can see very invention TV, iFly mobile phone and little phone for chats, and we can see new like cupboard for shoes, and clothes, but it is cupboard is magic. It have got screen where we have got two buttons. If we want to change shoes, we should press this button and shoes will be and then you can take on your shoes. And if a boy will want to take on his clothes, he can press button 2, but choose boys shoes. Yes. And I think you have got a question: can people fly here? And our answer is yes. We think it is easy to move to another country or to another place, and it is without difficulty. And if we want to go to the space, we can close our carpet like with like screen, but it's like a circle. Yes, glass panel. And we our electronic gadget called mobile helper. It's like
mirror,
but it's like a little computer. We can talk with friends from it, and when someone is calling to us, we can open this form, and we can see a telegram of our friend, and we can talk to him. And we want to show you some please. Some Batman, and he stole Batagos, and now she can't move, she can't ask help someone, she's alone, and she throw her phone to the floor. We are policemen and doctors, and we help whatever. And she is. We wanted to show you this plane.
take a video, and this shows the gallogram of what we take there, and this can don't see. This is orange. It can. When we take a video, this shows gallogram. The camera is don't see the gallogram because it can be.
This is 15D game without 15D glasses. We play on it. This is headphones from Impotant. He works without light. He works from 1 kilometer without light.
Button and the house appeared, and you right push button, the house disappeared. This is house bag. You can travel with it to many places. It's reader, so you can push the button and read. So
This is a teleport travel. If you press this button, you can home.
and you push this button, you can travel to many places. This is mouse dash to brush. You wear this and brush and it
Cleans our teeth, yes?
This is gold hand. Gold hand
Helps.
helps
to make any things.
Things. It's very interesting.
Sweater. This is modern bed. The bed turning into the bag, and we can take it with our
to school.
Yes. That picture called magic bag. Where, to example, we think about some clothes, some lollipops, chocolate, and our think
Brain, yes?
brain,
Our brain. Brain?
go to bag.
Our thoughts.
Thoughts
Go
will
to
be
bag.
Go to bag. Third picture called computer portal. To example, Aliya writes SMS to me, hello, and I can fly to her home. Yes, and to play any place, to games.
What else can you tell about your new inventions? How can they help to people?
When we walk in school, we can
Use?
use this bag and sleep. Yes.
Sleep in the back?
And No, no, it's school.
It's school.
When we
Press.
this button.
Like heart, yes?
Like heart, yes. Back opens and we can sleep. And it turns to back and we can sleep. And this we think, for example, chocolate, and this chocolate will in back. Maybe we can like to be. Yes.
Very interesting.
Let's pay attention to our learning objectives one more time. To introduce the topic of inventions and expand vocabulary, to learn about the history of moving pictures, and to develop learners' own research and reading, writing, speaking and listening skills. Home task. Why do you think pictures are so important to human civilizations? Learners write a short essay about human civilizations. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.